My electrical permit expires this week.
I don't know what I've done wrong.
And I have a laundry list left of things to do.
What is going on?
For my dream home that I have been building for the last 3.5 years from scratch, learning all new trades along the way.
No!
If you're into DIY, homesteading, tree felling, using machines, and making a house a home, I'm here for you on Sundays. As a thanks for making these videos, if you can hit the like button, even subscribe, it's a huge help. Last week, I left you off installing all of the beautiful light fixtures to finish off the home. You can see that in last week's video, but I'm not done yet. There's so much nitty-gritty left to do, and I truthfully don't know if I'm gonna pass. We've got the master list. 18 pot lights are officially installed and functioning. Now, there's a lot of receptacles that need to be done. I'll show you one and then I'll power them through. The first one I'm wiring is a GFCI because it's near the sink. Technically, it's far enough away from the sink, but
for GFCI and arc fault receptacles, it's important to know what your feed out and feed in is because the positioning of the feed in and feed out matters, unlike typical receptacles. The feed in goes to the top and the feed out goes to the bottom.
One down, 31 more to go inside, 6 more to go outside, 37 to go. I'm absolutely getting there. I don't know if I'm gonna get this done on time, honestly. I only have 4 working days left and the 4th day is the inspection, which could be morning or night. So I'm just ready to get this done. But also so excited because it's all the visual things coming together. And once I pass this inspection, it's gonna make a night and day difference. Even just functioning in here, having plugs everywhere. My husband can fully set up his office and use the lights in here. Right now, we're just using construction lights until everything is wired properly. So I'm thrilled. I'm very excited. I'm so excited to get all the fans working too, to get that last one working and replaced. It took me hours upon hours, I believe 6, but indoor receptacles are done. Good morning. We have 3 days left until the inspection, and I have to deal with the outside receptacles, which I need to fix. So I wish doing outside receptacles was as easy as putting the cover on. Nothing works. So I can't just wire this receptacle because this doesn't fit inside of my siding box. In fact, there is literally nothing that's code compliant in Canada that will fit inside of this siding box. Second of all, I was told to buy these boxes because they're great. You can screw them into the wall on the outside, but they don't fit the wet rated bubble covers. So 2 reasons we have to take these out, replace them with the wet rated wrap boxes. They fit inside nicely, and I'm just gonna cut the insulation back so it sits in a little bit further. Now we are waterproof and on to the next 4. I am so glad that's done and that I'm inside now. One more thing off the list. Next up, oven receptacle. Next up on Simple Living with Biata's mistakes and fixing them is this junction box, which was already a mistake that I had to fix. And I'm almost there. So originally this was going to be an outlet on the outside of the house, but I want it on my backup system. And in order for it to be on my backup system, it cannot be arc fault protected. Therefore, I'm putting it on the post outside because if it's not on the home, it doesn't need to be arc fault protected. But what I need to do now is Moret indoor wire to outdoor rated wire. And it needs to be in mechanical protection because it's going to be exposed to the exterior where like a whippersnapper could hit it. But the issue is this wire is 12/2. It could go in a 1/2 inch conduit, but the exterior wire is thicker and it cannot fit in a 1/2 inch conduit. It has to go in at minimum a 3/4 inch conduit, and this connector here is 1/2 inch, and the elbow I already have outside going through the wall is 1/2 inch. So I need to pull everything out. Try again.
Okay.
So again, instead of NMD, which stands for non-metallic dry that you use most of the time for interior wiring, this is NMWU, non-metallic wet underground. That is done. We can partway check this off. Good morning. We have 2 full working days until the inspection day, and I want to get it done before then. Let's finish off the grinder pump. I'm glad I'm getting this done early because it is going to be a hot day. And I got to make sure I have enough wire, which I think I do. I hope I do. Yikes, this is not very much. Okay, and we need to be 12 inches below grade with mechanical protection. So we're not quite there yet. We're there. This is gonna be really tight. I should have gone for another meter. Oh, Biata. And the pipe was cut too short, so I need an extra coupler to be able to even finish this off. I just need the one more coupler to check this guy off the list. I'm gonna do the worst thing of the day now. Go into the attic and get the attic light in. I wanted to have this done before I did the insulation in the attic because I can't walk up there anymore, but I forgot. And then the insulation was here and the machine was here and we had to move forward. So I'm not gonna walk on the insulation, I'm gonna walk through the trusses and get it installed. I got this guy. It's a little odd, but I guess when you're up there, it can swivel if your head hits it. Not gonna lie, I'm terrified. Ew, it's so hot up here. Oh my gosh, you could die. So get to here, get to my step. The light fixture is right above it. And somehow wire the switch. It's hot up here. Holy crap. Whew, insulation's doing its job. Much better. You can actually see now. This guy is just way too low, too close to the insulation. I even had to move some of the insulation out of the way to get to it. So let's see if we can get this out. I'm not gonna be able to get the junction box out because this is in the way, but I can mount a new one up above. This guy is so far away. Holy shit, it's hot. No! No! How am I gonna get that? Oh my gosh, sweat just dripped into my eyeball. Literally, who needs a sauna? Go hang out in your attic. You're good. Oh, I need my drill. It fell because this guy came loose and now it's too hot up here for the light on my phone. I'm just gonna finish getting this up in the dark. Oh my goodness, it's just like dripping. Drip. I'm done. I am done. Oh. Oh my goodness. I'm really glad that's over with. Holy. Does it work though? Yay. It was so hot up there that I was starting to shake. I'm gonna do a lot of electrolytes now. The worst one is off the list. Oh my gosh. Okay, I promised myself lunch after that. Time to eat something and then back to the list. Before someone's like, just try living in Texas. It's 80 degrees Fahrenheit here today. In Texas, it's 87 degrees Fahrenheit today. Phone flashlights start turning off at 50 degrees Celsius or 120 degrees Fahrenheit. So it is hot up there. It's gotta be around 120 Fahrenheit in the attic. Something that would just make me so happy is to get this fan fixed, because then it's gonna be even cooler in here. So I don't know, maybe like a week or two ago, I learned that my fan doesn't work. So I think it's the motor.
After reviewing the footage, the company sent me a new fan, taking it down, and I did put the new one up, but for whatever reason it didn't record, so sorry about that.
Before I go any further and put all the pretty things on in the blades and all of that, I want to make sure the motor works. Let's see, can we see it from here? Barely. Let's see. What the heck? So the receiver gets it.
What is going on? It's the same goddamn thing.
I'm updating it. There's new firmware, I guess. Ugh, this is the most expensive fan in the house by far, and I don't understand what's going on. All right, well, it updated. It is still not working. Like, what? Okay, well, I took the stabilizers out because it just like seemed like it wasn't spinning easily. Now let's try it. You kidding me? Now it moves. No. Slightly moves? Like, what is happening? I am so beyond confused. Okay, so the technician said the blades really do have to be on there. So I put the blades on. He's saying that DC motors are really finicky, and if it doesn't have like the proper weight, it won't work. Also, when I called and asked them about these, the last time I'm pretty sure they told me to keep them on. Like, they were in the video that I sent, so maybe that's why the first fan didn't work. The moment of truth. Nothing. There's nothing now. I think I had the wrong remote. Oh my God, it's working. Yay! Yay! I'm so thrilled. Okay, you learned something new. DC motors are really picky. The first fan is probably fine. It probably didn't work because what I thought was a stabilizer piece was in there, and so it wasn't able to move. And I like looked it up so many times and it was like, do not remove. So anyways, got the wrong info. And it's working. It's friggin' working, and I wasted all my time. Wasted so much time because it probably would have worked if I just decided to go against the rules and take out those stabilizer pieces, which now in my mind, they're probably packaging pieces. It's finally working. I did switch out the light kit for just no light because I didn't like the look of the light on it, but I still have it if I want to switch it another time, and I can do that off of a ladder. I don't need the scaffolding to switch the light. First thing on the docket today is the hot water tank. Technically, it doesn't have to be mechanically protected because it's above 5 feet off the ground, but the issue is it's right by the door, and so my inspector might say, well, it should be mechanically protected, and so I can't just pull this all the way through and leave it like that. I'm gonna put it in a conduit, the Liquid Tight Flex conduit. Oh, I'm so happy. Next up, I have to get this guy up in here. Technically, it actually doesn't need to go up because I realized, which is a little bit more difficult, that my range fan cannot be hardwired, which means this needs to be a plug, which means I need to change a breaker in my panel to an arc fault breaker. Kind of sucks. Either way, it was gonna be work. Perfect. I think I need a new list to stay organized. I can't do this or this until I go back into town. I can do everything here. I'll wait till the end of the day for that because Cam can help me if I run out of time. This isn't in yet. Fingers crossed it comes in today or tomorrow morning. I'm gonna see about that one. I need to do that. That can be done at the end. Okay, let's start here. Deal with the panel. Actually off. Okay, now I need light. Back to the good old days when I didn't have any power. Ooh, my pretty panel. It still looks as beautiful as ever. Oh my gosh. I mean, I hope to God my inspector's impressed by this. It might be the only thing he's impressed by. Stunning. But now I do have to go in and mess some things up, because my backup panel for my battery bank system does not accept AFCI breakers. And all receptacles in the house need to be AFCI except for in the kitchen, in the refrigerator, and some pumps. But not grinder pumps, just some pumps. And not a dedicated freezer spot, just the fridge. So there's that for you. I do have one other way I can get around this. Okay, I feel like I need to fully explain myself. There are two plugs in this room that I chose to be on the backup panel. One's for the freezer, one's for the water filter plug. You can use AFCI receptacles. The issue with that is that the very first receptacle on that run needs to be mechanically protected with basically like a metal wire around it. Now, I'm not gonna go ripping through my home and replacing all the wires leading to that first plug to be mechanically protected. But what I could do is take out the wire from in here and put two plugs up here. One for the freezer, one for the water filters. Make it mechanically protected to here, and then run that first wire, which is already run from the panel, but like bring it through the stud over here and make these two plugs the first mechanically protected plugs. My second option is to just completely take off my freezer and my water filter plug off of my backup panel, which sucks. If you're gonna have backup power, you're going to want to use your freezer and your water filters. And I have like my well pump on here, my grinder pump on here, anything to do with water is on here, except for the hot water. You don't need hot water in an emergency. I've made it so this whole panel of plywood can come off easily. Probably one of the best things I've ever done. I'm gonna take it off and see what I've got to work with. Yeah, okay, the receptacle is in the way now. Yep, that makes sense. So this one stays. I couldn't imagine having this super disorganized because this is already hard as it is to like make changes, and I have a really clean panel. We are taking out the wire. Now I have to find the neutral. I just went to town and got everything that I needed to make all the changes I have to do. So hopefully I can get everything done today and not have anything to do tomorrow morning. So I got everything out, which is great, but now I'm on to this part, which is getting everything back in. And like, is there a way to cut this halfway through? There's gotta be, because most of this has to come off. The sheathing has to come off in this box and into this box, because we gotta go like all the way to the end and it's taking forever. I don't think there's a way to do this. We have to do this for what, like 20 minutes? What a pain in the butt. And a little anti-short that gets clamped in. There we go. Gosh, this is so much more difficult when everything is in here, but I'm getting there, I'm getting there. I didn't know the hardest part of my whole night was going to be getting a lock nut on. Like, it's not working. I can't get my fingers back there and apply enough pressure. I was trying to thread the metal connector to go into the panel for about a half hour. I was threading it the wrong way. You know, it's normally righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Well, this was opposite, and my brain was not computing. I had a mental breakdown. We're not going to talk about it. I have to do some deep breaths off camera. Everything is in here now. Actually, I have to change the breaker for the range hood, and then everything is done here. Gotta be an arc fault. We got hood vent AFCI. I changed the backup panel. I've got my coupler. Time to get the grinder pump sorted. Onto the well pump. Pam's gonna work on the screwless plate covers that aren't on yet. Okay, I have to get mechanical protection on this guy, and I have never had the proper connectors in here, so I'm gonna do that too. By the way, our daughter's at overnight camp. We're not being neglectful. One more thing done, officially. So I don't have my bathroom light, and I need to get the correct boxes for these two tomorrow. This has been a wild ride, but we're getting there. Inspection is tomorrow, but not until the afternoon. So I should be able to get some stuff done and clean up and be ready to go. Good morning, it's inspection day. All right, it's a mess outside and it's thundering. So a storm is brewing, and I'm just gonna quickly clean up outside just in case it's pouring rain later. And then I gotta get these things done inside. Good morning. Good thing it's about to rain. The wetlands are looking sad. So there's no deep boxes that get screwed into the side very easily. I just have to make these work a little bit better than how I've made them work already.
Let me explain this a little bit better. So I needed deep boxes that had a knockout for the armored cable. You couldn't screw the boxes in from the side very easily, and my screws were getting in the way. So I'm screwing in from the back. There's these little holes that might work.
Got staple comes through the hole here, strap, anti-short, bonding. I am nearly done. I just have to cut these two out of my plywood piece and put everything back in. I just got a delivery. It's so funny because I went out and bought a light, a temporary light for the bathroom today because I had no clue if this was coming. So I got my bathroom light. I just have to put it together. It's so cute. Oh my goodness, I love it. And I can't reach this one. Well, Cam might be able to reach this one, but it's a decent distance away compared to the last one, and it's loud. So cute. Okay, I'm gonna do these ones. I forgot about them. And then we'll have the mirror in here. I love it. Wonder if I should have put these on dimmers, but dimmer switches are expensive. Okay, we are gonna turn everything on. Maybe I should have done that at this point, but I haven't. So, okay, we know all the lights work. Okay, one of the plugs. The ERV is on and working and loud. I'm just gonna turn it off. I don't really want it on. All right, oven wire. I'm a bit nervous. Okay, it's working. It didn't flip. Why would it flip? I don't know. I just get stressed about these things. So everything is on. I don't have the water on. I don't have the hot water on. Test the AFCI. Do they work? Oh, they're on.
Time to test all the outlets, which I should have done days ago, but here we are. 2 hours before my inspection.
For whatever reason, this one's not working. When I turned it on, the green light was already on, and that has happened to none of the other GFCI receptacles. These two buttons are broken. None of them on that circuit work. So I'm gonna open it up and see what's going on. Oh, I had the feed in and the feed out in the wrong place. That's the issue. Okay, that's an easy fix. I don't have to go get a new receptacle. Uh-oh, I broke it. The test button doesn't work.
So, time for a brand new receptacle.
I think I did it right this time. No, what is going on? Why is it like that? Oh no. All right, gotta research. The quest isn't over yet. Something's up. It's like it's immediately tripping. After doing a bit of research, I think the neutral might be loose in the panel because I did a bunch of unscrewing of things in the panel the other day. That could be it. There was one that was loose and I think I found it and I think that was it, but let's go test it out. I don't know what I've done wrong. What? I don't know what to do here. This doesn't push in. When it does, it's red. I think I figured it out. I think maybe one of the neutral screws in either this guy or this guy was touching a ground wire, like if it wasn't shoved in all the way. So I think I've got it now. Green light. Green is good. Good to go. I am officially done after I get these plates on. Okay, my inspector has come and gone. It was a really quick inspection. He basically checked all the plugs, and the thing he wanted a lot more info on was this. We had a conversation back, but he deals with inspections every day, multiple times a day. And so he's gonna look back on our emails and check with the safety authority, make sure this is all good. It is like approved in Canada, has a sticker on it, so he has that in his emails. He was fine with this. I had to label this all on the outside, which, I mean, I could have done something above, so I don't love that, but it's done. And I had 2 loose receptacles, so I'm just gonna fix those up. But other than that, he was like, I just want to check on those things. Oh, the other one was with the like toilet plugs, like if we were to ever get one of those plug-in bidets, usually they're on their own, not with the sink one. So he's saying that this might need to be arc fault protected with an arc fault breaker. So those are the main things. It's not like a pass today, but it's pretty well a pass. Like he just wants to double check all the things. So hopefully everything with the backup panel goes well. I'm optimistic. So it's been a few weeks since I last filmed for this video, and I actually still don't have an answer. The Canadian Electrical Code is really picky when it comes to battery banks and backup panels. And so my inspector wants to make sure everything is good with his backup panel, but he's on vacation, which is okay. People are allowed to go on vacation, but I just don't have an answer for you. I don't know if I've passed. I don't know if my whole backup battery bank system is going to have made this whole thing more difficult or not. I really hope it's going to be fine, because having this system in place, being able to have a transfer switch and be able to use batteries in a backup situation is going to be helpful. So fingers crossed, guys. Positive thoughts when it comes to this. Hopefully I can let you know next week if I've passed or not. Stay tuned, subscribe, and I'll see you then.